Hello, animation students. Welcome once again to our online lessons in animation and digital illustration. And in this particular video, we're going to demonstrate how to use the pen tool of Adobe Photoshop. Okay, so allow me to share my screen. And here it is. Okay, so we are here inside Adobe Photoshop. And the interface of this software can be quite intimidating, but we don't have to be expert right away with how to use this software. All we have to do is to know some basic tools, and then from there on, we can work upwards. We can work forward. Okay, so Photoshop is a very big software. It is used for graphic design and photo editing purposes. It was primarily used. It is primarily created for photo editing, and until such time it was discovered that it can also be used for digital illustration, but its primary purpose is for photo editing and graphic design. Okay, right now there are softwares that have been developed to address the needs of digital illustrations, such as Procreate and HiPaint. Okay, so these are among those digital illustration softwares, and that includes Krita and what's the other one? It's called uh, I forgot the name. It was Sai and I remember it's Clip Studio Paint. So those are digital illustration softwares. But until now, it is. I mean, the Photoshop it's still used for digital painting purposes. Okay. Okay. So let's start with the pen tool, one of the most technical and quite difficult tools in Photoshop, especially when you are a beginner. Okay, so at the left-hand side of your screen, right here, these are the tools for drawing, for manipulating images. Uh, these are basically the tools. This is basically what you do, what your instruments to create the images on these canvas at the middle. And right here you have a layers panel right here. Okay, so I've just created an extra layer right here. Okay, by default there is no layer one right here when you open your Photoshop, so it looks like this. Okay, it's background. But then since I'm gonna work something on these canvas, I'm gonna add a layer by pressing the add layer icon right here. Okay, so it's layer one, and I'm gonna rename this by clicking on but by clicking on this twice, I'm gonna rename this as this is where I'm gonna work. Okay, so right there. Okay, so that's the layer name. It's a pretty long name. Okay, so where's the pen tool? Okay, so let's start with a pen and let's examine the behavior of the pen. Okay, so here's the pen right here. Okay, here's the pen right here. If you select the pen, you will see its properties right here. This is the properties menu. So if you choose brush, the brush tool, these are the properties of that brush. Okay, now these properties, like for example, the properties of the pen, you can manipulate these attributes. Okay, you can manipulate. So by default, the pen tool has a fill color and a stroke color. Okay, so here's how it goes. So when you select the pen tool and then you start drawing, let's see what happens, because pen tool is also used for drawing images. Okay, especially if you don't have the stylus, which is I'm currently using. So I'm gonna use my mouse instead. So this is how you use the pen tool. So you're gonna point right here. You're gonna click. Of course, you select first the pen. you're going to select, or you're going to click right here anywhere in the canvas. And you can see there's a dot right here. Now, I am going to make my second click. However, on the second click of my mouse, I am not going to release the button of my mouse. And the button of my mouse is that left-hand side button. Okay, so I'm gonna click on the left-hand side button of my mouse, but I'm not gonna release it. And see what happens if I move my mouse while holding to that left button. So that's what happens. And if I release that, this is what happens, okay? Now, as you can see, it's colored maroon or red because of the fill is set to red. Okay, so actually, if you select this, you can select a wide range of colors right here. So right now I selected red. Then to continue with my drawing, all I have to do is to add another point right here and release my mouse. Okay, and then add another point here. Let's say, for example, right here, and then release my mouse. And then I can go back. If I want to make an enclosure, I can go back to where I started. So make sure that as you can see, the icon, the mouse icon of the pen tool, there's a circle on its bottom. So that means to say that you are on the dot where you started. So I'm gonna click right here. And there's my abstract drawing. Okay. So there's my abstract drawing. Okay. So, all right. Then after you draw that image, which is quite a random image, you can now. It is important that you select one tool because what I mean to say is you select this arrow right here. It's the path selection, and then you click outside, and there you have it. That's your drawing. So let's do that again. Pen tool. Let's create another. Okay, see what happens that it changed its color. Okay, so let me just undo that by but by pressing Control Z. Anyway, so if you're going to create another drawing, it is better that you create another layer for that new drawing, and then you can change the color and then create another drawing right here. Yeah. So ganun lang siya kadali, no? For now. So that's how easy it is for now, okay? So if you're going to create another drawing, create another layer, create another color, assign a new color, and okay. So that's how you do it, okay? And then you add another layer, then you select that layer, okay? So in the next video, we're going to talk about the handles of the pen tool. Okay, I'm going to see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.